What is up, you guys? It is September 30th, 2020, and today I'm going to share with you all how we did in the month of September with our two rental properties that we currently have up and running on Airbnb. Now, last month in August, I shared what I called a cash flow report, which I'm going to share with you guys today, but I'm going to take it a step further and show you why real estate is such a tremendous investment in the short term and most especially in the long term. Now, we're going to talk about things in addition to cash flow, which increases one's net worth substantially over time. And I'll tell you why it substantially crushes any 401k, IRA, and at least for me, because I don't know the stock market as well, I've had far better returns investing in real estate than I have in the stock market in the past. So without further ado, we'll get into the numbers. So don't mind the mess behind me. This is our third property. We are in the middle of flipping it. It was a little bit dated, and we're bringing it up to speed into a modern mountain house that still has kind of a rustic twist to it. That'll be online here in the next few weeks and ready to go on Airbnb, so we will include this property in future reports. But for today, we have two houses we're going to talk about specifically. They're both located in Nashville, Tennessee. The first one is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath with an awesome rooftop, and it's located in East Nashville. And the second property is located downtown. It's prime time for, walking distance to all the bars, honky tonks, professional sporting events, things like that. And that one is a little smaller. It is a 2-bedroom and 1.5 bath. So for the larger one, we're going to start with that, the 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. That one sleeps 12 people currently, and in the month of September, we had a little bit below our normal pricing, and again, we had some cancellations due to the tail end of kind of the mass cancellations of due to coronavirus and things of that nature that kind of put a damper on a lot of people's travel plans. But we did end up filling all the weekend dates. They were just at a little bit less than normal prices for us, but we still came out and did okay. We had 6 total bookings, and that included 2 midweek bookings, and then the rest of the weekends were booked, either Thursday to Sunday or Friday to Sunday. Now, our total gross revenue, so gross revenue from bookings for the month for this particular property was $7,693.36. Which sounds great, but there are a lot of costs that are associated with running these types of properties. We have our mortgage, or what we're going to specifically include is principal and interest, and then we have our operating costs, which is inclusive of taxes, insurance, and all the rest of the operating costs to keep the property running month to month. Now, our principal and interest totals $2,258.42 for this month, and that stays consistent throughout the life of the loan with the bank. Now, our operating costs, on the other hand, totaled $3,183.42, and this fluctuates month to month, but on average probably stays around that $3,000 range. So now we're going to calculate the net cash flow for this property for the month of September. So all we have to do for that is take the gross revenue from bookings, and we're going to subtract principal and interest and our operating expenses, which brings us to a total net cash flow of $2,251.52. Now, that's a decent month. Actually, we're expecting to do far better than that during normal times where normal pricing. We're starting to see that in October and beyond. It's picking up. We're getting bookings for substantially more money per night, or a nightly rate is definitely increase from that have been the past few months. Again, that was largely due to the lack of travel and the coronavirus, but now that Nashville's opening back up, we're starting to see more activity at normal rates again. So we're super excited to share that in future reports. Now, outside of cash flow, this is what makes investing in rental properties so exciting. All right, you have to account for other areas that we're building wealth or building our net worth. And that is principal pay down or loan pay down, right? Somebody else that's part of our mortgage or part of our expenses each month, right? Is principal and interest. So each month we're paying a little bit toward principal and the rest toward interest, and over the course of the loan, it actually increases in the amount of principal pay each month, and the amount we pay in interest goes down each month. So again, this month we paid $2,258.42 in principal and interest. Now, in September specifically, the amount in principal, again, this is paid by our guests because we count it as an expense when we're calculating our cash flow. Now, that money is basically being deposited into your pocket because other people are paying off the house for you. So this month alone in September, we had $532.50 in principal. So our equity stake in the property just grew by $532.50 in just the month of September alone. And that's on top of our monthly cash flow. And now I'm going to talk about appreciation, which in my book is just icing on the cake. But Nashville housing market has not slowed down at all. I'm not saying there won't ever be a pullback in the near or maybe longer, in the future. But for now, we're seeing above 5% appreciation rates. And so usually when I'm investing in properties, I'm looking at or estimating about a 3% appreciation rate just over the course of the time we plan to hold the property. But since the appreciation has been quite a bit higher, if we look at the purchase price of the house, which was $495,000, and we purchased in October of last year in 2019, and we take a 5% appreciation, divide that by 12 months just to make it simple math. The amount we gained from appreciation, our unrealized gain from appreciation, is $2,062.50. So that is extremely powerful. And just holding the property, you're outpacing inflation, right? Versus having money in a savings account. Someone else is paying the loan off for you, so you're getting principal and getting equity in the property, and you're cash flowing, making money each month. And that destroys any 401k, IRA, or investing in the stock market where you're just buying and holding, because real estate allows you to build wealth in several different ways, as I just described. So the total amount of profit, or you can call it increase in net worth, for my wife and I this month was $4,846.52 for just that one property. Now we're going to move to the next property, the smaller property, which also booked out every weekend. We had a few midweek bookings. The amount of revenue pales in comparison to the larger property. But again, our expenses are also a bit less. So the total amount of revenue that we brought in from bookings in the month of September for this property was $4,076.33. Now our principal and interest accounted for $1,667.20, and our operating expenses totaled $893.94, which brings us again to our net cash flow for the month for this property was $1,515.19. So again, that is a pretty solid cash flow for just having one house alone. And again, we're going to talk about the additional benefits, which is principal paydown and appreciation. Now, in principal paydown, again, our guests are paying the house off for us. So we gained this month $489.72 in equity in the property from principal paydown on the loan. So in addition to that, again, at appreciation at 5%, we did, I think the house purchase price was $430,000 to be exact. And again, appreciating at 5%, we broke that down to a monthly rate just for simple math. And that came out to $1,791.67, which adds up to a total profit and total increase in net worth just from this one property alone for the month of September 2020 to $3,796.58. Now, what's really cool is we add both of these properties up, and I won't go add each of the line items up. We're just going to go over the total cash flow, principal paydown, appreciation, and total profit for the month. So the total cash flow was a net positive of $3,766.71. The total principal paydown or equity stake in the property that we gained in the month of September was $1,022.22. And the estimated appreciation, which again is icing on the cake, and you earn that over the course of holding the property long term, is estimated to be $3,854.17 for these two properties combined in the month of September. Which brings us to a drum roll, please, a net gain in total profit or increased in net worth of $8,643.10 for the month of September alone. Now, I share these numbers just to be transparent with people because I spend hours and hours and hours reading books and watching videos on YouTube and trying to read blogs and network with people, and not a lot of people are super transparent. They just kind of beat around the bush and say, hey, sign up for my super sweet class where you're going to learn to make 50% on your money or whatever. I think it's just clickbait. So I definitely want to just try and be transparent with people because I've kind of figured out how to operate these Airbnbs, and I think I have a lot left to learn. But over the course of time, I want to share some of our successes, some of our failures, and make sure that I'm able to share this information with other people who are interested in investing in real estate, because I think real estate is the best investment one can make. You're investing in a real and a hard asset that can pay you monthly cash flow and help you build significant wealth long term. Again, that can help you reach financial freedom a lot sooner than that of a 401k or an IRA. So that's the reason I share these numbers, guys. I just want to be transparent with everybody. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Instagram, you can send me a DM if you have questions or if you want to ever chat about it. I've talked to dozens of people over the past couple months about real estate who are just getting interested. And also I've talked with people who have done this for years and learned a ton from them. So it's always interesting learning what other people are interested in, why they want to achieve financial freedom, and we can kind of collaborate on how we can each help each other reach financial freedom that much sooner. So with that being said, you guys, if you like the video, please hit the like button. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of it, and please do subscribe below. I plan on sharing lots of content like this moving forward. So catch y'all next time.